Picture this. It's a foggy night. The air is thick with tension, and somewhere in the distance you hear a faint scraping sound. It's the sound of something sharp dragging along the ground, something sinister, something like a hook. Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today, we're diving into one of the creepiest urban legends out there. It's a story that's been passed down for generations, and it just might make you think twice before you go out for a drive late at night. So, sit back, make sure your doors are locked, and let's get into the chilling tale of the Hook. Our story takes place on a dark, secluded road, far away from the city lights. A young couple, Emily and Tom, decided to go for a late-night drive. They were high school sweethearts, and tonight they wanted to find a quiet spot to park, talk, and just enjoy each other's company away from everyone else. They found a spot that was perfect, a little clearing by the woods, where they could see the moonlight reflecting off a nearby lake. They parked the car, turned off the engine, and began to talk about everything and nothing, like young couples do. But, as the conversation flowed, the radio suddenly crackled to life, interrupting their moment. A stern voice came over the radio. "Attention! This is an emergency broadcast. A dangerous patient has escaped from the state asylum. He's known to be armed and extremely dangerous. The man is described as having a hook for a hand. If you see or hear anything suspicious, please report it to the authorities immediately. Stay indoors and stay safe." Emily and Tom exchanged nervous glances. They tried to laugh it off, chalking it up to a coincidence. "It's just an old legend," Tom said, trying to ease the tension. "Besides, what are the odds that he's anywhere near us?" But Emily wasn't so sure. She couldn't shake the feeling that they shouldn't be out there. "Maybe we should go back," she suggested, her voice barely above a whisper. Tom hesitated, not wanting to seem scared, but he could see the fear in her eyes. "All right," he agreed. "Let's head back." Just as Tom reached for the keys, they heard it, a faint scraping sound, coming from the darkness of the woods. At first, they thought it might be an animal, but then the sound got louder, and it was unmistakably the sound of metal scraping against the ground. Scrape, scrape, scrape. Their hearts pounded in their chests as they scanned the darkness. And that's when they saw him, a shadowy figure emerging from the woods, dragging something behind him. As he stepped into the moonlight, they could see it clearly. A man, tall and menacing, with a hook where his right hand should be. Emily screamed, "Drive, Tom! Drive!" she cried, fumbling to lock the car doors. Tom turned the key in the ignition, but the car sputtered and died. "Come on! Come on!" he muttered desperately, trying again. The man with the hook was getting closer, his pace quickening. Finally, the engine roared to life, and Tom slammed his foot on the gas pedal. The car sped off, kicking up gravel as it raced down the dark, winding road. They didn't dare look back. All they could think about was putting as much distance between them and the hook-handed man as possible. After what felt like an eternity, they reached the safety of a brightly lit gas station. They pulled in, their hands shaking, hearts racing. The gas station attendant noticed their distress and came over. "Hey, you two look like you've seen a ghost. Are you all right?" Tom and Emily quickly explained what had happened. The attendant listened, his face growing serious. "You're lucky you got away," he said. "That legend's been around for years, but no one's ever been able to prove if it's true or not. Some say he's just a story parents tell to keep their kids out of trouble, but others, they swear he's real." Emily and Tom decided they had enough excitement for one night. They drove straight home, never looking back. But the next morning, as they were getting out of the car, Emily noticed something that made her blood run cold. There, on the passenger side door handle, was a deep scratch, as if something sharp had scraped against it. To this day, Emily and Tom don't know if they encountered a real-life horror or just a terrifying coincidence. But one thing's for sure, they never went back to that secluded spot again. So, what do you think? Is the Hook just an old urban legend to scare people? Or is there some truth to the tale? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. And as always, stay safe, and maybe think twice before heading down a dark, lonely road at night. Thanks for watching, and if you enjoyed this story, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more creepy tales. Until next time, keep your doors locked and your eyes peeled. You never know what might be lurking in the shadows.